Velocities in Music via IMTV. Today, guys, we are going to review a new album from the band, the Styrofoam Furnaces, called A Box in the River. Tom, I know that you've been pumped up for this release.
I have been.
So tell us, what are your thoughts on The Box in the River?
Box in the River, well, what a perfect album title. It describes the sound perfectly,
It does.
doesn't it? I mean, like, it sounds like just like the box in the river.
If you had to take, you know, all the guitars and the keys and then all the electronics that they're using too, because it's mostly electronics, it just sounds like what you would imagine a box in the river sounding like, you know?
And it's pretty symbolic.
It really is.
Considering, like, all the things, all the keyboards, all the amazing keyboard lines, you know?
Right.
I mean, that keyboard had to come in a box, and it just flows down the river of the album.
Well, you always wonder where the keyboard boxes, or any box for that matter,
where do they go?
goes.
Well, it's floating down the river,
Well,
and that's why the concept of this album is just great.
Right. The concept is mind-blowing. At the same time, though, I feel like it could have been better. It could have been bigger, but it's really deep. The lyrics, I tell you what, I'm blown away by how deep, when the guy is singing about his dog,
Oh, yeah.
the Styrofoam Furnaces just have a knack for providing these really deep lyrics that at the same time, they're pretty superficial, too.
Yeah, and I don't know how they're able to make the dog lyrics so deep.
Right.
I mean, because it's so like shallow.
Right.
It's so surface level and like easy to grasp,
But at the
easy to
same
relate
time, there's
to.
those levels of depth that you really like.
I love that.
Oh, man.
I love that about it.
I can't get over the guitars, though.
The guitars are fantastic.
Yeah.
And the way they mesh up with
Right.
the keyboards. I mean, sometimes they're on,
Right.
and sometimes they're not, but like they always sound on.
Right.
You know?
I know.
And I mean, that contrast goes right into the dynamics because I mean, it's quiet, but like even when it's quiet, it just feels so loud in my head.
Right, yeah, it really blows me away.
reverberates.
Like, I have to turn the volume down sometimes because it's that loud.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's dark. It's, like, really dark. It'll be really dark, but then it'll be just bright at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brightness and the darkness, it's like chiaroscuro to the extreme.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, I love how dark the brightness and how bright the darkness of this album is.
Yeah, that
at all
dichotomy,
times.
and throughout the album, and the fact that it's so cohesive, but at the same time, the tracks just stand out very individually.
And the way, back to how, like, you know, the keyboards and the guitars work, and the way the panning works with that, because sometimes, you know, you'll have something in one speaker, and sometimes it's in another speaker, but then they all go into your head, and it sounds great. And I mean, they all meet together. It's kind of like, you know when people say, oh, I don't want to eat that at the same time, I don't like my food touching. Well, it's all going to end up in the same place. Well, they did that with music on a box in the river. And I mean, that's what the river is. It's
right.
The
river is the album.
Yeah,
and as you progress down through the box, which is the album, and you progress through time, which is the river.
Yeah.
That's what makes it really so deep.
It's so deep.
And it connects with the concept of the album, which connects with the foundation of what the Styrofoam Furnaces are all about.
Yeah.
I mean, I love this album. I'm giving A Box in the River, you know, I'm gonna go, I was at a 98, but it's just that, it's so deep. And, but at the same time, it's still accessibly shallow.
So what are you giving it then?
I'm gonna give it a perfect 100.
Holy crap. I was at like a 70, and then I realized just how deep it is.
Oh my God.
And then it just took me up to 100.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
The first time I listened to this, I pooped myself because it was that good.
Yeah.
We can't say poop. It's a bad word. Guys, what did you think about the Styrofoam Furnaces, A Box in the River? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was deep while at the same time being shallow? To me, that's the best part. What about you?
Yeah, I love the depth, but then how shallow it is at the same time.
And the bright level of darkness. That's
God.
It's
how do they do that?
It
I mean, it just works.
We loved it. You guys tell us what you think at www.velocitiesinmusic.com or youtube.com/velocitiesinmusic. I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
And we are VIMTV. Go the Styrofoam Furnaces. We're moving music.